Before you declare your vows to each other, we need to confirm that it is your intention to be married today. Kayla, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Eric in marriage?
I do.
Eric, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Kayla in marriage?
I do.
Now that we know it's your intention to marry each other, I ask you to declare your vows.
All right.
Eric.
Bear with me on this one. Okay. Kayla, I'm sure you remember that I was the first to say I love you, and I can't think of a better time than now to remind you just how much I mean it. I remember when we first started dating, we would spend every weekend possible together. The memories we made here in Chestertown and at every bar on Main Street in Newark are ones that will always have a special place in my heart. But little did I know, that was just the beginning of our journey. We have been navigating life together for over 5 years, and every day you show me how supportive, loving, and kind-hearted you truly are. You deserve to have someone in your corner at all times and reciprocate all the great things you selflessly give each and every day, which is what I'm here to vow to you. I vow to stay by your side no matter what life throws at us. I vow to support your decisions and to do so without any judgment. I vow to protect you, honor you, and cherish you to my very last breath. I vow to wipe your tears in the right direction because you're very particular about that. And I vow that no matter how tired, hurt, or sick I may be, I will continue to devote the time and effort needed to make the life that we share as joyous and prosperous as possible. Thank you for making me a better person and always being there when I need you. I love you.
Kayla.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
When you're ready.
Whew. All right, buckle up. This one's kind of long. Eric, being here again with you in Chestertown, I can't help but reminisce on the beginning of our story 5.5 years ago.
Of course.
I would get out of class and you and I would take walks to this very same park we're standing in today. We were so newly in love and carefree, floating around in that bubble of charmed air of a new relationship. We had only been dating a few months and I already had plans to begin graduate school in the fall. We sat on one of these benches. After one of our walks in the spring, looked out at the water and began to discuss what the future might look like for us. I had already committed to my program in Baltimore for August, and you were living in Delaware. I remember learning just how much you cared for me that day when you turned to me and told me that although we had not known each other long, you had faith that I was the one person that you were going to one day marry, and that you would follow me anywhere to give our relationship the chance to grow. So after only a couple months of dating, you decided to pack up and leave the state you lived in your whole life. You moved into an apartment with me and commuted 90 minutes to and from work, not complaining once. From then on, I have always been in awe at the lengths you've been willing to go for me. I have never understood what I did to deserve it, but God, I am so lucky to have found someone to show me that kind of love. Since then, our love for one another has only matured, and we have created the foundation for a beautiful life together. I know at times I push you to keep going or keep growing, and other times I try to reel you in when your sense of humor gets a little dark or life gets overwhelming. I know through my encouragement I can be critical, but here today in front of our friends and family, I want to make something perfectly clear, and that is that you, Eric, are incredible, wonderful, and more than enough exactly as you are. I am the lucky one. I get to marry the most amazing man I've ever known. I have never loved someone as much as I love you. So now today, Eric, I promise to follow you everywhere. I promise to be your biggest supporter and always encourage you to follow your dreams in the same way you've always done for me. I promise to relish in the times when our love feels so easy and abundant and put in extra effort when times are harder. I promise to be your confidant, validate your feelings, and always put you first above other things life throws at us. I know I can't promise that our life together will be stress-free, but I can promise that I will always be your partner to ride out the storms. I also feel like our love has always been in the details, The small things become the big things. So today I also promise to take advantage of the tiny moments in life to remind you of my love for you. I promise to share my leftovers with you, even the really good stuff. I promise to snag you a bag of gummies whenever I run to the gas station. I promise to scratch that part of your back you can't reach and answer the door for solicitors because you're too nice to turn them down. I promise to always tell you I love you before we hang up the phone and always kiss you goodnight no matter how we're feeling. I promise to pick up the slack when your job is demanding or you're just not having the best day. I promise to love you endlessly as your equal partner from this day forward. 5.5 years ago in this very spot, you chose to follow me, Eric. And today, as I become your wife, I choose to follow you.
This is the point in the ceremony where we usually talk about the wedding bands being a perfect circle with no beginning and no end. But we all know that these rings do have a beginning. Rock is dug up from the earth. Metal is liquefied in a furnace at 1,000 degrees, then molded, cooled, and painstakingly polished. Something beautiful is made from raw elements. Love is like that. It takes hard work. It comes from humble beginnings made by imperfect beings. It's a process of making something beautiful where there was once nothing at all. Eric, please place the ring on Kayla's finger and repeat after me. This ring is my promise
This ring is my promise
to accept your imperfections
to accept your imperfections
and recognize your beauty.
and recognize your beauty.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry my best friend.
I marry my best friend.
Kayla, place the ring on Eric's finger and repeat after me.
Got the push. You gotta try.
Push. Push.
It's a little swollen today.
Yeah. I
wonder
drank a
what
lot last
happened. I
night.
drank yesterday.
We're good.
This ring is my promise
This ring is my promise
to accept your imperfections
to accept your imperfections
and recognize your beauty.
and recognize your beauty.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry my best friend.
I marry my best friend.
May these wedding rings be a permanent reminder that you are surrounded by your everlasting love. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Eric, you may kiss your bride.